Hey, what is up, my awesome pack? Arrow the Lone Wolf coming back to you with another video, and it's Arrow's birthday, which marks the 1 year mark of me being in the furry fandom. This community has really helped me with being more confident and outgoing, and being better at just drawing in general, because I didn't really do proportions until I joined the furry fandom, which you pretty much need to know how to do proportions to do full body drawings and stuff like that. And it's a hard thing to really learn until you do it over and over. And I think OCs kind of help with that because it's the same design and you want to keep drawing them in different positions and in different settings. And I didn't really have any OCs until I joined the furry fandom. And so I didn't really study that because I like to do just more feral animals and just random easy stuff. I didn't really push myself to strive outside of my comfort zone because that is a thing I really struggle with. And now I have a bunch of OCs, and now with Arrow being primarily the thing I draw now, it helps me with doing proportions, which I can do fairly decent work at now because I've actually sat down to actually try to study something instead of just blowing right by something that it needs to be learned. In a way, it helped me learn how to really push myself into doing better art, because I will throw up a few pictures of my old art to you, and you can kind of see a big difference from just a year ago. And my old writing is another proof of this, because I couldn't really write a story that made the main character seem very overpowered in a sense. So I kind of tweaked Arrow's personality over the year, just general slight tweaks, and made her more relatable, kind of down to earth, but also still had that aspect of when she was first originally designed to be on her own, to be very survival, living out in the woods and basically surviving off the land, which I really do like reading books like that and doing that kind of stuff. So that kind of dropped down to being Arrow's primarily. She is a very survivalist character. And so her personality did shift, but it was hard to tell like when. And even her designs have shifted. Like, the designs were weird, and I'm going to redo them just to show you, like, here's what they would have looked like if they were to stay permanent. But none of these designs are permanent except for the one she has now, unless I decide to change her down the road. But right now I'm very content with her being the way she is. And since she is like me more than she was, it makes me very more confident, because I'm doing things I wouldn't have signed up for a year ago because I wasn't very confident. I've never been confident in my art and just overall in general. Like, I was more of a follower than a leader, but now I'm starting to become more of a leader because that is part of Arrow's personality, is because she was supposed to be the leader of her own wolf pack, but plans have shifted in her backstory, which I will do a full thing on later. I plan to reveal my OC's backstories too. Like, for Valentine's Day, I'm doing my Val and Levi one, which I think you guys will enjoy. And it's going to be kind of an animatic. I'm going to get better at doing animatics because doing full-on animation is very hard to make look very fluid for me. Like, I know my friend Musi can do it very well to make it look very smooth, So I'll be learning from her how to make my animations more smooth and doing more animatics in the future. And I will keep doing speed paints because they're easy to do, and animations and animatics take a very long time to produce. But other than that, the furry community is a very open community. Anyone can join from any background, and you will walk into that fandom and feel like you've been there your entire life. At least that was what it was for me, because I really do like the cartoon animals. I really do enjoy old cartoons. Like, my favorite movie still to this day is Lion King. And I grew up with Tom and Jerry, and it was the best thing to remember. Like, I'm even doing this blogging challenge on my Amino of what was your favorite furry TV show, and what was your favorite furry movie and stuff. And it's just a very fun time. And this community is very open, like I said. And it's kind of a nice place to be. Of course, every fandom does have the thorn. And for furries, it is a very big one that people like to hate on. But if you really enjoy it, just stick with it. And that goes for almost anything. As long as it's safe and it's not hurting anyone else, keep with it. Honestly. This last year has been one of the best years I've had for art improvement and just being overall better as a person. So keep that in mind, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye! Howl!